Hi guys, it's me, it's Terry Lee, and I did not get to make my video about my mug show and tell last night because if you are my friend on Facebook or have seen me on Facebook, then you know last night I spent about 4 hours in the ER. And that was for something called costochondritis, and it feels just like a heart attack, so you really can't take chances with it. If it's if you're dealing with it, then you probably need to go ahead and have yourself seen. I was okay. I'm fine. No heart attack. All the tests came back okay, so it's all good. But it did kind of leave me not doing my mug video. So tonight we are going to talk about, and I'm going to show you some of my favorite mugs. Sadly, this is not even close to all the mugs I have. And Chelsea is going to be helping me because when I get done with a mug, I'm going to hand it to her because I've got a lot of mugs going on back here behind where I'm filming. So say hi, Chelsea.
Hi.
She's going to help me out. Okay, let's get right into it. First one is the Punisher mug. You gotta love this guy. Got all the 3D thing going on here. If you're a Punisher fan, then you would probably really love this. I'm not a huge Punisher fan. I'm more your basic Marvel guys like Doctor Strange and Captain America and Iron Man and that kind of thing. But Bill loves the Punisher, my husband. So he bought this, I believe, at Walmart. And it really, you just have to admit, it really is a kick butt mug. But it has the mark of, and this is probably backwards to you guys, but it has the mark of Terry would not buy this mug because it is hand washed, and Terry does not buy mugs that are hand washed because I'm not about the hand washing. Also, I love the fact that it says 13 plus here. Like, apparently you have to be over 13 before you can understand what this mug means. So I don't know what that's about. But mug number one, the Punisher. I'm gonna hand that off to Chelsea so she can put it somewhere. All right, mug number two. I preface this by saying that my favorite movie in the world is The Princess Bride. It is so funny and so extremely smart and sort of Monty Python-ish in the way that the humor is, and I just love it. I think it's a great movie. It's intelligently funny, and it has a happy ending. It has all the things I want from a mug. So because I love the mug, when I saw Inigo Montoya on a mug, I had to have it. And since this is backwards to you guys, I'm sorry, I will read it to you. And it says, "Hello, my name is Terry Lee. You drank my coffee. Prepare to die." So I love this one just because, A, it talks about how much I really love my coffee and that your life is, not worth coming between me and my coffee, and also how much I love The Princess Bride. So there you go. Chelsea, I'm going to hand that one to you. And the next one is one of my favorites. This was given to me for my birthday from my good friend Danielle. And if you can't see it, I'll get a little bit closer to you. And of course, sadly, it is backwards to you guys, but it is Metallica, Ride the Lightning. And it is the cover of their Ride the Lightning album, which is one of my favorites. So she knows me well. She knows that I'm a headbanger, and she knows that this would just completely and totally thrill me to death, and it did. And it's big. I mean, here, next to my head. Big honking mug. This has got to be easily 18 ounces or so. And let me say this about mugs. I don't think they should be made in less than 14 ounce sizes. If you're drinking less than 14 ounces of coffee, then you just don't even need to be drinking coffee. I do have some 12 ounce mugs. Sometimes when I buy mugs, just because of, I think what's on them is cute, they do only come in 12 ounce sizes, and I just kind of, bite my tongue and do it. But if you're going to drink a mug of coffee, drink a mug of coffee. So Metallica, Ride the Lightning. If you have not downloaded the album or listened to it, I highly recommend it. All right, hand this one off to Chelsea. And our next one, I got this mug for my mom when I was in Texas visiting a friend at my friend's bed and breakfast that they own. And when I saw this, I knew my mom had to have it. My mom was a huge fan of hummingbirds. And so every time I see a hummingbird, I think of my mom. Now, when I bought this for my mom, obviously she was alive or I would have bought it for her. But since she has passed, it has become a favorite of mine. It is special to me because it has this beautiful hummingbird on it. And my mom really did like hummingbirds. And it even tells you about the ruby-throated hummingbird on the mug. And one of the saddest things that she ever said to me as she was getting sicker was that she didn't have the strength to lift it. It is a very substantial, heavy mug. And so she gave it back to me, basically. And I've had it since then. But it reminds me of Mom. It's got beautiful graphics on it. Just beautiful here and then up in here. And you've just got a beautiful look going on. And it goes all the way around, even in here. You've got another little couple of birds going on. And then here. So it really is very well done. And it makes me think of Mom. So that's kind of cool. Right? And that's Miss Chelsea. This next one is from a coffee company that I have not actually, believe it or not, I have not ordered from. I should though, because they just, twice the caffeine. That's just fantastic. And it is Death Wish coffee. And even though I haven't tried their coffee, I absolutely love their mugs. Their mugs are so cool. This is hand thrown and signed on the bottom. And I just love the way the glaze works out. It's just beautiful. And I love the fact that they have the medallion stuck onto it here. Believe it or not, this is dishwasher safe and microwave safe. You can just do almost anything to this mug without actually destroying it. So this is a very, very cool mug. I think I got this for Bill. I think I bought this for Bill, but I use it as well, and it's just a super cool mug. So I really, really like this one, Death Wish coffee. So if anyone wants to get me Death Wish coffee for birthday or Christmas, have at it. All right, this is one of my older mugs, and I actually made this mug through a site called Cafe Press. And if you haven't gone to Cafe Press, and there's another one like it called Zazzle, they are so much fun. You can make mugs, you can put your own text on them, you can put your own pictures on them. It's really super cool. This one is one of my favorites. I don't know if you guys remember the meme of the bunny rabbit with the pancake on his head. And the text here says, I don't know what you're talking about, so here's a picture of a rabbit with a pancake on his head. And that is so true. Even more now in these times, I have no idea sometimes what people are talking about, and I just need to go look at a picture of a bunny with a pancake on its head, because why not? And of course, you guys know I love pancakes, so that made it even more extra special. So yeah, and it's on both sides. Cafe Press is pretty good about letting you put stuff on both sides of a mug. So yeah, I have no idea what you're talking about, but here is a bunny with a pancake on its head. And isn't that what the world needs right now? Isn't it, Chelsea?
Pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. All right, this next one is Bill's, but it's a favorite of mine too. And it says, sarcasm loading. Please wait. And I don't know if there's a better mug made for me on the planet, because there is always some sarcasm going on in my head. Sometimes I don't say it. Cooler heads prevail and it doesn't come out of my mouth. And then sometimes it does. So, there you go. But yes, sarcasm loading. Please wait. It's good for Bill to drink out of in the morning too, because Bill is not the most happy morning person on the planet. I'm just saying. So there you go. This is another one that Bill got that I absolutely love. And it says, good morning. I see the assassins have failed. This is very possibly one of the best mugs you could ever have in the world when you're annoyed with someone. You could actually bring them their coffee in this mug that says, good morning. I see the assassins have failed. I see that you're still among the living, that you're still with us, annoying as you ever were. So yeah, if you're feeling kind of snotty against someone, this is a fantastic mug to give to them. Good morning. I see the assassins have failed. Love it. All right, put that one over there. This next one, and a lot of these are gifts to me, is a gift to me from Bill. It is based on an English show, Rumpole the Bailey? Rumpole the something. Anyway, Rumpole, I believe, is a barrister, a lawyer, and he refers to his wife as she who must be obeyed. And you got the little queen, the little crown up here. It's in hot pink, because, hey, I guess that's, a female color. Of course, if he were going to be obeying me, it should probably be in black, but that's okay. But yeah, she who must be obeyed. And sometimes when I ask him if I can have a coffee or, I ask him about doing something for me or something, he'll bring me my coffee in this because I am she who must be obeyed. I don't know boy, man, I wish that were really true. If I were she who must be obeyed to everybody, think how awesome that would be. People would get out of my way in traffic. I wouldn't have to wait in line. I would just be she who must be obeyed, Chills.
Pretty cool.
That would be pretty awesome. There you go. Okay, I'll hand that one off to her. I do collect Starbucks mugs. And this is one of my favorites. It is basically their to-go cup with a handle on it. And it is fabulous. It even tells you that the contents may be hot. And it has these sizes on the side here where they would check it off, what size it is. I'm thinking about writing my name on it in permanent marker, the way they do when they write your name on it, except for I would spell it wrong because they never get my name right. Apparently there are 583 ways to spell Terry, and none of them are actually the way I spell mine, Terri. So yeah, I always get my name spelled wrong on a Starbucks cup when I go there. But yeah, there we are. Happy little logo. Little mermaid, whatever she is, logo. There was a thing about the history of the logo one time that I read, but I don't remember it. But anyway, there she is, Little Mermaid Queen. And there you go. I guess this is a venti, if it were going to be an actual Starbucks mug, because it's kind of big. So there you go. That is actually not my favorite Starbucks mug. My favorite one was not clean for this, but I will maybe show it to you at a later time. I'm going to do a Christmas mug one, because I have an entire plethora of Christmas mugs that you're not even going to see during this. This mug is super cool because I got it in a mug exchange. I belong to a group called I Love Coffee, and not that long ago they did a mug exchange. And I sent a mug to someone, and someone sent a mug to me, and it was really kind of funny because I love sloths. I feel like a sloth is my spirit animal in some ways. And so I got this mug, and it says, "Feeling slothy, need a coffee." And there is your adorable, cute little sloth having a mug of coffee. I don't know that would make him move that much faster. They move so slow that maybe it would make them go, I don't know, a mile an hour at this point.
They move so slow that algae grows on them.
That's true. Algae does grow on them. That's pretty slow right there. They are so not wanting to move that they only come down once a week to pee. Or to defecate. I'm sorry.
Well, pee too.
I think they may pee in the tree. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they come down and do both. If you're watching this, comment down below to tell me if they do both when they come down from the tree. And this is very possibly one of the oddest comments I've asked for ever. Anyway, feeling slothy, need a coffee. He's just adorable. And I love this mug because someone sent it to me. And I don't know who it is because it's anonymous. And the anonymous gifts you get are kind of just, the most cool of all. Because you're like, oh, cool. Someone sent me something. All right, so there you go. Let's see. I had to stretch for this one. This one is Bill's, but I'm showing it to you because I am so proud of his service and so proud of all of our men and women in uniform who are out there for us. And this one says, "Hooah." It's an army thing. which if you hear people in the in a cavalry unit from the Army, it's not hoo-ah, it's huh. It's just, it doesn't even sound anything like hoo-ah. I think it's still spelled the same way, but it's huh. And so, yeah, you hear that a lot. My husband is retired Army, and has been in a cavalry unit his entire time in the service. And cav units, of course, date all the way back to the actual cavalry when they were mounted on horses. And so there's a long storied history there with cav units. And so this is his mug, and it says, "Huh." It's an Army thing. And I'm so proud of him. And every time I see this mug, I'm reminded of his service. He did 2 tours in Iraq, and I'm just very proud of him. And this mug makes me think of that. So that's pretty cool. Okay. This next mug is probably not one you would expect me to have. But believe it or not, the Headbanger is a huge fan of Winnie the Pooh, like humongous fan of Winnie the Pooh. Chelsea's Nursery was done completely in Winnie the Pooh because I just think that Pooh is so awesome. He's so sweet, and he's so innocent, and he is so what I wish everybody could be, even after they grow up. So here is a mug that depicts when Pooh got stuck in Rabbit's hole, where Rabbit, in the entrance to Rabbit's burrow, I guess. So there he is, and he's trying to get out. He's being helped by Christopher Robin, and who's being helped by Roo, who is being helped by Eeyore, who is, no, I'm sorry, that was Kanga. And Roo is actually helping Eeyore. And what they don't show you in this is, in the actual story, Rabbit is like pushing him from behind, from inside Rabbit's home as much as he can. Because I think that having Pooh stuck in his house would be Rabbit's version of hell. So I love this one. I love it because it depicts the story all the way around. It's Pooh, and I love Pooh, and I just think it's adorable. I've had it a long time, as you can tell, because there's a little chip right here. That probably happened in one of our many moves. Some of these mugs have survived quite a few moves from Tennessee to North Carolina and back. So, yeah. That's the mark of a loved mug, right? It's like the Velveteen Rabbit. It's showing a little bit of wear and tear, so it's loved. Hey, there you go.
I sure love it.
Yeah, I know. That's an awesome mug. Okay, let's see. This mug is not so much, I mean, I do like the mug, obviously, but the reason I really like this mug is because of where it came from. This is from a place called Cranberry Lane. First of all, I like the mug because it looks like a camp mug. It looks like one of the metal camp mugs. It is actually porcelain, so it's not metal, but it looks like the old-timey metal, camp mug type thing, so I really like that. I like the size and the shape of it. It's a big honking mug, so I like that. And this place, Cranberry Lane, is a sort of a knick-knack. They sell really cool things. They sell candles, they sell wreaths, they sell mugs, they sell all kinds of cooking type things. Soup stock, different jams and jellies and apple butter and all kinds of really cool stuff. And it's on a state, I live in Northeast Tennessee, and one of the cities that is near my city is a city that is, part of it is, well, it's 2 separate cities, but literally there's a Tennessee and a Virginia city. They're both named the same, and they straddle the border between Tennessee and Virginia. And there is a street that goes down the middle of town that literally intersects these 2 cities. Half of the street is in Tennessee, half of the street is in Virginia. And this happens to be on the Virginia side of that street. But the street, is called State Street, and you can look it up on Google if you want to. It's pretty cool. It's I don't know that there's another street that does that. That's literally straddles the state line between the two.
It's like having a piece of New York and Tennessee and Virginia.
Yeah, actually, State Street does at night when it's all lit up. It does kind of give you a New York vibe because there's a theater there called the Paramount, and it's got like the lights that go up and down, and it's actually pretty cool. It's a really neat street. It's got neat places to eat and coffee houses, and there's my favorite bakery in the world is right off of that street, Blackbird Bakery. So yeah, kind of a neat place. But this is from Cranberry Lane, which is on that street, and has so much cool, awesome, really down home stuff in it. And if you're in Bristol and you are on State Street, go to the Virginia side and visit this place. It's awesome. It also has a connected store with it, owned by the same people, that makes the best fudge on the planet, and it makes Mountain Dew fudge. I think it's about the only place you can get Mountain Dew fudge. They actually went to the makers of Mountain Dew and were allowed to make Mountain Dew fudge. And I know that sounds crazy, like it wouldn't be good, but it's amazing. Okay, moving on. I got this mug from Bill for, I think, my birthday last year. Just to give you a size idea. This is humongous. I mean, absolutely humongous. And yes, it is AC/DC, one of my favorite hard rock bands. Probably my second favorite after Van Halen. And he knows I'm a huge AC/DC fan. He knows I'm a Metal fan. And so when he found this mug, he felt like I had to have it. And I think this thing, it like holds something like 24 ounces. I mean, it's humongous. It is a huge, huge, huge mug. I don't know that I need this much of anything to drink. I do know that if I filled this full of coffee, I'd be up till next Thursday. And I like my coffee scalding hot, and this would probably cool way too. I'd probably have to heat this up like 5 times before I drink it all. But this is the biggest coffee mug I own, by the way, by far.
I'm going to give you a coffee in that someday.
Well, I hope you're ready for me to be up for the next 500 years. Chelsea, can you help me by handing me that mug, the next Death Wish one? Here's another Death Wish mug. I love this mug. Of course, you know I love the logo. Awesome. But I really love this one for what it says. And what it says is, can someone tell me if the skulls, let me get this right, if the skulls of my enemies are dishwasher safe? Someone tell me if the skulls of my enemies are dishwasher safe. I love this mug. I love this mug because I'd really like to know that. I'd really like to know if the skulls of my enemies are dishwasher safe. Because if they are, then I'm going to wash them all out and drink from them. I don't have skulls for my enemies. I think we all know that. But if I did, I would want them to be dishwasher safe. Because as I told you with the Punisher mug, not into the hand washing thing. All right, next one, if I can reach it, is, I believe this is Bones. And I'm going to have to put my old lady glasses on to read the reading on this, or the writing on this. First of all, this is another hand-thrown one. And they're usually numbered and signed. Yeah, this one is signed. And again, it's got that awesome glaze kind of running down it. So totally cool. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. This one, I believe, is from Bones. And I'll tell you what it says, because it's wonderful. The problem with today's society is that we no longer drink from the skulls of our enemies. There you go. That's very kind of Viking, isn't it? But I love dark humor. Bill loves dark humor. And so when we see things like this, it's pretty much a given they're going to come home with us, or we're going to order them, or something like that. And actually, you know what? I don't think this is Bones. I think this is 1776, which is another company that does like t-shirts and mugs and that type thing. So yeah, I thought this was pretty cool. And I got this for Bill for, I believe, Christmas one year. Part of his Christmas present. And Bill is a huge Anglophile. He's a big, big fan of ancient Britain. And so this is the kind of thing that he would just totally adore, like, that's the problem with today's society. We no longer drink from the skulls of our enemies. So, awesome mug. This one's also a really big one. I think this is one that's about probably 18, 20 ounces, somewhere in that vicinity. Let's see. Do you think you can hand me that one?
Which one?
The white one?
Okay.
I'm having Chelsea help me out here because I literally have to reach over you and knock you over. Okay, this is a very narcissistic mug, but I wanted to make a goth mug. And for those of you that know me, you know that I always goth out for Halloween. I always dress as a goth. So I thought I'm going to make a goth mug. The first picture on this mug is an actual picture taken of the moon, a full moon in Charlotte, North Carolina. And it was taken, I'm kind of glare on it. I don't know how well you can see it. Yeah. That's about the best I can do, guys. Sorry. You can see the tree over here, the branches, and here's the full moon. And Chelsea actually took this picture. And then I took it and did it in black and white, kind of played with lighting a little bit. And it's a really awesome picture. We go to Charlotte frequently because that's where Bill's parents live. And this was a really good shot taken there. Okay, these two, the top one is my black cat, Casey. And if you are my friend on Facebook, you see lots of pictures of Casey. This is me dressed up, this has been several years ago, for Halloween. And I was getting ready to go to work because we dressed up. I worked at Sylvan Learning Center and we dressed up for work on Halloween. And we encouraged the kids to dress up too. And so I always did the goth thing. So that's me dressed up, getting ready to go to work. And here is another picture of Casey. He looks a little bit more not mean, but disgruntled in this one. Has a bit more of a goth look to him in this one, I have to say. And this is another picture of me gothed out. I think at the same time that I took the other picture, but I decided to see if I could get kind of a gothic, superior look going on. I have no idea. But anyway, this is my narcissistic gothic mug. And when I'm feeling like I need to pick me up and I need to feel stronger and a little bit more powerful, then I get my gothic mug and get my goth on and I feel better about life. There you go. I think I can reach this one. Ugh. Oh, there was a close-up of me for you. Bet y'all love that. This one I ordered, and it's very, very plain. There's no pictures, there's just words, and the words are awesome. I want to be a nice person, but everyone is just so stupid. That sounds really incredibly, what's the word I'm looking for? Conceited, I suppose. But I have learned, and especially lately on Facebook, that there are just an insane amount of stupid people out there, and it is really hard to be nice to them because they're so, a lot of times they're not nice, they're kind of mean, and they are so stuck in their idea that is so demonstrably false. I mean, like, just, it's so false, but they're just so stuck with it and they just can't seem to let go, and I don't get it. Yay, another close-up of me while I try to find my last mug. Last one, guys, last one. This one I love. It says, "Bring me coffee and tell me I'm pretty." And Bill is really good at this. He's really good at bringing me coffee. He's really good at telling me I'm pretty. And I really appreciate him for that. This is a takeoff on one that you see a lot that says, "Feed me and tell me I'm pretty." I don't necessarily want you to feed me. I mean, you can if you want to, especially if you get something from Blackbird Bakery. But you can bring me coffee and tell me I'm pretty any day of the week, any time of the day, because I just think this is awesome. So yeah, bring me coffee and tell me I'm pretty. Chelsea's really good at bringing me coffee. Chelsea makes probably the best cup of coffee on the planet. I don't know how she does it, but she does. So there are 20 of my favorite mugs. Sadly enough, that's not all of them. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm counting as I look across the kitchen, 4 cabinets, and each of those cabinets has 3 sections in them, and they are all full of mugs. Well, some dishes, but mostly mugs, and that's a cry for help, and I understand that. But next video is going to be paparazzi rings. I'll have to do that in 2 parts since I have so many of them. So the next one will be paparazzi rings that have colored stones in them. Like, subscribe, leave me a comment. If you don't follow me on Facebook or you're not my friend on Facebook, you can go to Facebook and find me. And there might be a link in my page here. I don't know. Anyway, I love you guys. I hope you are doing well. Take care of yourself. Social distance, wear a mask, and stay safe. Bye-bye.